Hello, everybody. It is I, Mario Mijares, aka the Blu-ray Bodhisattva. Just wanted to make a quick video because this kind of issue has been on my mind for a while. And recently on my Facebook page, I shared somebody else's posts, adding some commentary about basically sidereal astrology and the way people who practice sidereal astrology approach the world. And it's really annoying. First off, I don't have anything against sidereal astrology. If you practice sidereal astrology, that's great. If you are, I know that there are groups out there that are like passionately years deep into studying, astronomical astrology, we'll call it. And that's cool. I've seen some people who have been practicing it for a while post some videos that are really deep and resonate. However, I don't practice that kind of astrology. So I don't know too much about it. I practice Western tropical astrology. And I have no problem with all the other kinds of astrology: Mayan astrology, Vedic astrology, Chinese astrology. What really gets on my nerves is when all of these sidereal astrologers or people who look at the true sky come out on social media and attack Western astrology with accusations that are completely false. So there's a conspiracy that sidereal astrologers have been putting behind their narrative of what they think Western astrology is. So I get it. Looking at where the planets are actually in the solar system, sidereal astrology. But then there's this narrative that comes around that's the true astrology. That's the astrology that's meant for us, and that Western astrology is fake and a lie and a conspiratory construct to enslave us. That's bullshit. Because if you actually know how Western astrology works, how the zodiac works, you know that it has nothing to do with the constellations. It has to do with the seasons, the summer, winter solstice, the spring and fall equinox, which occurs on how the sun rotates around Earth's ecliptic equator, giving us the seasons. And Earth revolves in a circle 360 degrees, so we divide that by 12 and we give that 12 the astrology. Then we get the zodiac signs. And so the planets have to do with the season that planet is in. It has nothing to do with where it actually is in the sky. And I've had many people message me directly saying sidereal astrology is the real astrology. You're propagating a false man-made construct that's just enslaving humanity, blah, 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 blah. Or we have people on social media that are just like, if you really want to awaken to the true sky and know where Pluto actually is, or where this planet really is, or what season we really is, I'll tell you. And then they add all this extra shit behind it, talking down on all the other astrologers as if we don't know anything. Now that shit pisses me off, and it's super disrespectful, and it just tells me where people are in the spiritual community that think that they're really spiritual. It's more of this toxic collective shit going on. So everything that's filled in, it's all coming from, we all get jaded in this community when we start going into all the conspiracies and all the the lies and manipulation. We all get jaded where we think everything is a conspiracy. So I just want to set a tone to build a bridge and come together. Because if you sidereal astrologers or you other astrologers were approaching the world and the world stage of social media in this manner, hello, I practice sidereal astrology. And today I would like to talk about how in sidereal astrology, Pluto is not in Aquarius. In Western astrology, Pluto is moving into Aquarius, and Western astrology works in this way. I don't go by that system. I go by the constellations. And Pluto currently is in this constellation. And here's what that means in this genre of astrology. See what I'm saying there? That's way better than everybody who's still listening to Western astrology is asleep and can't wake up, and they don't understand how they're perpetuating a man-made time construct and have their souls enslaved to, blah blah blah. That's highly disrespectful and such bullshit. And I don't think any of you guys who are saying those things on the internet even know how the zodiac works, because I've seen it in real time. I've seen people in real time get the app on their phone, Sky Map, and then they see Jupiter and they're like, wait a minute, didn't you say Jupiter was in Taurus? It says here Jupiter's in the constellation Aries. Oh my God, we're living a lie. So it's like the lack of knowledge of understanding how astrology and the zodiac really works gets filled in with our subconscious perception of reality, which is perceiving that everything is a fucking lie and a conspiracy. Not everything is. Yes, a lot of things are, but you get what I'm saying here? So it's just a reflection on where people are in their internal world.
It sounds to me like sidereal astrology is actually the psyop trying to throw people off the trail of astrology.
Yeah, it does sound like that, and it feels like that sometimes.
Yeah.
And from somebody who's been really passionate about traditional tropical astrology, like I've been in it for 17 years, like the accuracy that I'm on and the accuracy that other astrologers on my wavelength, like how are you going to tell us that we're wrong? How are you going to tell us that, how are you going to tell our clients that tell us how crazy accurate we are that this whole system we're using is wrong? Huh? How are you going to tell me that I'm able to look at someone's chart and see their chart and ask them, hey, did something traumatic in your life happen in specifically March 2013? Well, yeah, my son was murdered. Yep, I can see that. Didn't know exactly what, but I can see drugs. I can see death. I can see a lot of dark energy really activated this month, this year. Why? Because of the eclipses and what planets were occurring during those eclipses and what she has in her natal chart. How are you going to tell me that that level of accuracy is wrong and a lie and I'm perpetuating a slave timeline? Okay, do you guys want to come together? Maybe there's a bigger system we can all figure out some way together. But as long as you guys are coming out on social media and thinking that you know something and you have the one truth and you want to just perpetuate a conspiracy with all kinds of jargon that you don't even know what you're talking about, fuck off. Fuck off. Anyways, I just really want to get that off my chest and say that because, when I shared that post and added those comments and sort of talking shit, it's because I'm responding. I'm responding to all of their energy, okay? Because it pisses me off. I don't generally feel that negative towards people who practice sidereal astrology or have a different belief than me. You do your thing. But when you're coming at me or when you're coming and sharing in the world all this stuff and putting all this nasty negativity behind it, I'm going to respond to it. And I'm going to respond to it in the same energy that you're putting out there. But most of the people, when they see me respond, they think I'm being an asshole. And I was like, no, I'm responding to the original asshole. I'm just a little bit more blunt and straightforward because everyone's on this spiritual high horse bullshit. Yeah, that's it. The moon is in Cancer right now. Earlier, the moon made an exact trine to Neptune in Pisces. So, as a result, I am practicing the Cancerian sincerity of coming from the heart and sincerely trying to connect and build a bridge. But also, I have the Capricorn stellium, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn conjunct in my third house, and now Pluto is out of that area and into Aquarius. So I'm moving into what that means. Capricorn being authority, third house being attitude, how we communicate. I just want to set a tone. I want to be I'm an authority of setting the tone of what kind of attitude we should have in our communications and perceiving. I'm not the best at it, but I understand what this means in my chart, and this is me practicing it. I want to set a tone to all of you other people who practice different things. Let's try building a bridge first before completely demonizing one another.